Ugh. Don't jump at me. Don't jump up at me. Don't jump up at me. Don't jump up at me. I said don't do it. Neither of you. Don't do it. Mind the camera. What happened in March? Do you want to like not have your ass facing towards the camera? How about that? If you want to be in it. Ow, you just scraped. Ow! I just had a shower and you got mud on my toes. Don't jump up. See, these were fresh out the wash and you get the muddy straight away. You're so pretty, but don't jump up at me. I love you. I love you. I love you with all four paws on the ground. Okay, and yeah, you just stand on my toes as well. That's also fine. What are you eating? What is it? Why are you going under the chair? All right. See you later then. Don't get up. I can tell when you're about to do it. Don't jump up at me. Mwah. I love you. Okay, that's fine. You sit down there. At the start of the year, I quit my job to build my dream life. This is what happened in March. So we spent most of February and the start of March in Bali. We had a lovely long weekend offline on Gili Tea and it was blissful. Snorkeling, turtles. You good? Beaches, cocktails, bliss. We even did a 7K lap around Gili Tea, which just looks great on the Strava. I continued shouting about dirty shoes and we made a few more sales, which is still mind-blowing to me that an idea I had and I just started taking steps and actions towards making it a thing, people are now buying. It's still crazy to me. Archie wants to be front and center in this video, as you can tell. I also onboarded my first 2 editors for Match Cut, which was terrifying. I've been working on this idea for months now. And so the whole concept of Match Cut isn't anything new to me. And then looking for editors throughout February wasn't particularly scary, but then actually saying to 2 editors, I want you to come on board and be Match Cut editors was terrifying. Like it's making it all very, very real because now I need to put work in someone else's hands. So the next goal is to pitch. And pitch I did. Over the course of March, I've sent out over 40 personalized handwritten pitches. I'm really glad that I took the time to handwrite every single one instead of just making like a generic, like, oh yeah, that's a really good one, and then copy and pasting that to every single person. I handwrote a new one out every single time. And I'm really glad I did that because it's taught me a few things. Each time I've made a new one, I've got better at writing them out. And I've also learned who my ideal client is and what I want this agency to be. So in this process, I've actually given myself more of a workload because I've now brought in more things that I want us to be doing, but it's all for the benefit of the client. I don't want to be an agency that just takes anyone's money and edits for them. I want to edit within a niche that I and my editors absolutely love. I also want to make sure that we are delivering the best quality content we can. And the whole point of this is to take the workload off the shoulders of creators. So I'm bringing in other processes which will make our workload larger, but the creators' workload smaller to ensure that we can best help the people we work with. So all in all, I'm so glad I took the time to handwrite every single one because it's throughout that process that I've learned these things. When we landed back in the UK, the sun was out. We have been blessed so far in March with some really nice weather. So I capitalised on that and I got out on the 650 as much as I could. That whole first weekend back in the UK, I was out on it every day as much as I could, down to see friends, off on solo rides, And throughout March, I've done some freelance jobs. I'm trying to build up these businesses, but it's a future investment. It's investing the time into them now for it to succeed later on. But right now I need to make some money. So I've done some freelance jobs alongside, which are effectively short-term wins to make some money so that I can continue going and building up these businesses. Towards the end of March, I secured our first test edit with a paying client, which is even scarier than onboarding 2 editors. Because now this puts to the test all the processes I've built up, all the systems I've built up. It makes sure my editors can actually deliver. It makes sure I know what I'm doing. And to say it's been a learning process for me is an understatement. I've made a few mistakes in this onboarding process in bringing in my first trial. Not any mistakes client facing, but mistakes behind the scenes that have cost me in both time and resources, but that's the cost of knowledge. I never went to uni. I didn't spend stupid amounts of money learning that way. This is how I'm paying for my knowledge now, is by just trying it, figuring it out. At the end of the day, everything is figure outable. And the only way I'm gonna learn is by experiencing. So I'm diving into this head first. And throughout March, once back in the UK, I've spent plenty of time with friends and family. Something I noticed in my last job, although incredible, We were away a lot. And obviously, as someone that's like, I want to travel as much as I can, that's awesome. But I realized at the time I was back in the UK, I was so exhausted and also having to go back into UK work, straight off the back of away work, that my personal relationships were probably taking a bit of a dip. And that's something that I wanted to change this year, and I wanted to prioritize spending time with family and friends. So I've tried to do that as much as I can in March, and I'm going to continue to do so for every month that I am back in the UK. Because you best believe Bali wasn't the only travel we've got planned. Speaking of which, that is, I think that's what, what day is it? That's probably about 5 weeks out now before the next trip, so that's exciting. So that is my March update. See you in April. Peace.